the recipe we're going to make now is going to be a corn relish using 16 ears of corn here. I use 3 cups of chopped celery. Now you can chop them, you can émincer them. The whole idea is to get at approximately the same size on the vegetable. So like this you don't have big vegetable, small vegetable. Here we use the cipollini onions, and we just get 2 cups and a half. And after I have a cup and a half of red pepper, approximately 2 red pepper, cup and a half of green peppers, approximately 2 also. And moving on, here we have rice vinegar. Now, can you use any different vinegar? Sure you can, like champagne vinegar, white wine vinegar. I will not use anything like too dark, like red wine, cherry wine, just because it's going to tarnish your color of your relish. Here we have a cornstarch. With the cornstarch we have 3 tablespoons here. We have 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds. We have 1 tablespoon of turmeric that will give you the yellowish color in your broth. We have a sugar here, and that is 2 cups of sugar. We have water, and I use 2 cups of water. We have coarse sea salt, and I use 1 tablespoon, and we have 1 tablespoon of dry mustard. And here we have something a little bit interesting. It's just a mixture of bird chilies and with pink peppercorn, and inside that I have 8 pods of cardamom and 2 bay leaves. Just because the cardamom are very strong, and I don't want people to bite that later on. Peppercorn can stay, it looks nice, and also it's not a bother to eat it. So that's it. This is our ingredients, and the next step we go start to cook. So now we have a thing called a rondo. Just go put the rondo, turn on the fire on low, and we go back to our garniture. So now I have here my celery, the onions, the red pepper, the green pepper, I'm sorry, the red pepper, and we have the corn. And now I'm going to take my spoon, just go mix everything. Now again, like I said, the vinegar, and now cornstarch, and I'm going to dilute that with the water. Now the cornstarch, what is going to happen is, as soon as it's going to start to cook, it's going to thicken it a little bit. So again, this is one. This is 2. I have the leftover of my water, and now I'm going to put the dry mustard, the coarse sea salt, and the turmeric. Now, this is also go with the taste. So, when you go continue to cook it and it's going to start to develop any flavor, the seasoning also is very important. So you go have to taste and make sure if something have to be added, like salt, just add a little bit more salt. But it should be by the taste. Now, I'm going to wait to bring that to a boil, and I'm going to add my sachet, who again have cardamom pod and the bay leaf, the pink peppercorn, and the bird chilies. So, like you guys, you can see now we have the relish is boiling. So now I'm going to add my seeds here and my sugar. And here I'm going to add now the sachet plus the pink peppercorn plus the calamansi plus the chilies. And I'm going to mix that nicely. And we will cook that. The total cooking time is around between 20 to 30 minutes. Again, you have to also go by eyes. You need to fill your broth. You want to have some kind of broth and a little bit inside. So if you don't have enough, you can always add a little bit of the water. Okay? And that's it. Now we will cook that for 5 more minutes. And after that, we're going to be ready to put that on jar and show you what's going to be the last step. This is a jar, we go use it. And what we did before to put our relish inside, we sterilized them. What that means? That means you guys, you have to cover that with the water, and you have to be bring to 212 on the Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius the water. So, and the jar should be warm enough. You can't just use hot component and just put in a cold jar. If you put the jar after when you go sterilize, it will eventually explode, break the glass. Our relish is ready. So now we're going to take the funnel. We have our jar. Remember, the jar have to be hot. You can't put something hot in a cold jar. It have to be at the same temperature. So the whole idea is now, I have that sachet here, you remember that? So before I make a mistake to put in the jar, I'm just remove it. And now what I'm going to do is mix again. Just make sure you taste your mixture one more time before you go add that inside. Just grab it. You should stop like approximately ½ inch, 1 inch, so we just go put a little bit more inside. And the most important is you don't want any air inside. So a lot of time people use spatula. You can even use that stick here and go inside and just make sure there's no bubble of air inside. So when you're done with this, you stop right at the edge here. You don't want to press too much. And you go take your jar now and you go put the lid and you just go tight. So now this is tight enough. You can also use this as a tool.